You already see it's already smoking. I was gonna do this outside, but welcome to an impromptu live. Incense and Common Sense, the live streams that we do here on the Alert Zone TV. Shout out to everybody because this is a worldwide movement. I'm gonna give everybody a couple minutes to get up in here, and we're gonna have a chit chat. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. As you come in, hit the like. If you catch this on the replay, hit the like button before you even. This needs to be one of them channels where you're always giving a thumbs up before you even view the material. That way it helps get the word out there. You guys and girls know here on YouTube, if you don't have the machine behind you, you gotta fight. You gotta fight. A lot of people don't get their notifications and things like that, so that'll definitely help us out. That'll let people know not only do we have people subscribe to the channel, but we actually have people that loves to view the material. So I'll give everybody a couple minutes to get up in here. Just shout out to everybody because it's a worldwide movement. If you have any products you want reviewed on the channel, you can let me know. Hit me in the comment section. I will respond to you personally. If you're interested in advertising on the channel, you can also let me know. I will hit you back in person. Just hope everybody doing good today. Give everybody a couple minutes to get up in here. We got 4 wonderful people. Make sure y'all hit that likes button when you come in. Even if you're just coming in for a second, hit the likes button. Also, we had a wonderful Midnight Madness last night. You know, Midday Mania and Midnight Madness was supposed to be something that I came up with as just a 30-minute live stream. And last night we could have probably had a marathon. That's just how good of a discussion we was having. So definitely thank you to everybody that was able to catch me live last night, Midnight Madness, and give everybody a couple minutes to get up in here. Definitely don't forget to hit the likes button as you come in. See what else. Yeah, it's pretty good weather going on right now. A little warm outside, not too warm up here in Iowa. It's not like the South warm. It's not 100. So definitely. Give everybody a couple minutes to get up in here. And shout out to everybody, worldwide movement. I repeated that already. Shout out to all the gun tubers out there that's doing your thing. Before we get started, I also want to say this to everybody. Whether this is the channel or you like another channel, find you a gun tuber on here or gun tubers that you like and support them. And it don't cost nothing to hit the subscribe button. It don't cost nothing to give us a thumbs up. And it definitely don't cost you nothing to view the material. You guys and girls know here on YouTube, you know, GunTube is one of them genres where, man, you gotta fight the machine. We'll just leave it at that. Everybody out there, if you're 18 years of age or older, and you are able to be legally armed, practice your Second Amendment rights. It is not illegal under the Constitution. Go ahead on and get yourself armed out here. Don't let nobody tell you or talk you into not being armed because they telling you that's only a coward or what have you. Get you something. We live in a crazy country. We live in a crazy world. So give everybody, we'll be getting this started in another minute here. Definitely. This is another, like I said, an impromptu live. Usually, because I was thinking about doing this today around 3. That didn't coincide with my schedule. And I said, well, 6 o'clock is coming. I know 7 o'clock is prime time. The Alert Zone TV, what's going on, Positively? We ain't that big yet that we can compete with the prime timers. That 7 and 8 o'clock slot is prime time slot to me. So I say, well, you know what? I go ahead on and do a 6 o'clock stream. Get it out the way. Be like the precursor to all the good stuff. All the bigger channels that's going to come on behind me. So we're going to make it do what it do. Oh, man. All right, let's go ahead on and get into it. So the title of this particular live stream: micro, subcompact, compact, carry, full size. What is your preference? For me personally, I love full size handguns, especially with the arm situation I have. I love full. I've always, for some reason, loved to carry full size firearms. For me as a shooter, I've always seemed to do better with full size guns than I do the micros and the compacts and some of the subcompacts and things like that. And you know, you have your what's that? When I put carry, I meant like along the Glock 19 type. Yeah, it's that Lee B. Yeah, that's why I decided. So, you guys and girls know I don't have an issue sharing my firearm journey with y'all, because that's what this is all about. The very first gun I got my hand on, it was a throwaway. I was a young dude, and I came from New Orleans, and it was what it was. Was a little Larson 25. Okay, you carried a Glock 20. That's a 10 mil. Yeah, you carried a big boy. Now I will say the Larson 25s didn't have no recoil to them. But it wasn't a well-made gun, so I got rid of it. I got my hands on a little 22. I got rid of it. Then I got a 38 snub nose. And that's what made me fall in love with 38s. What's going on, Andrew? And as my time evolved, when I really was able to get into guns, like legally, stuff like that, be around older people as I was still underage that had them, I noticed full-size guns was what I did better with. When I talk to women about trying out different firearms, I noticed throughout my life, women think that the smaller the gun is, the easier it is to control. That's why I showed them in one of these videos my little snub M&P 45 ACP. To a woman who doesn't know anything about firearms, she would probably pick that because it's small, but it's a 45. For a while, I carried the Smith & Wesson SDVE. Yeah. The SD9 VE. I like that gun. I've never had a jam with it. The problem I've always had with it is I thought it was a little too snappy for me. I had to get used to shooting it. But full size, I carry an Echelon. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I decided to go, you guys and girls though. Now I did find this out. So I've never shot a Glock 19. I got a chance to shoot the 17. You know what? I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because I give Glock people so shit about that 43, so much of shit about that 43 or the 43X. But so I got the RXM, the Ruger. And to my understanding, it's like basically one of those Glock 19 clones. To me, it's well made in the sense that I can shoot it and I can keep on target with it, as opposed to other guns I have in 9mm that's that small. I don't do so well with them. The Echelon, man, to me, for me, man, it rides like a Lexus for me. Yeah, that it rides like it rides like a damn Lexus to me, man. I think the RXM is a lighter than that 19. It's a really, for $350. Some people say they got it sub 350. Some people say they got it 400. It's a well-made firearm, man, and it's light, and it feels I mean, the purchase on it is really good. And what's so good about it is they managed to not make it so heavy, but to make it sturdy enough where you can pull and the gun just, you know what I mean? It's a slight rise and it's right back. I decided to go with full size because, as I told you guys and girls throughout my life, I can probably count on one hand how many pairs of athletic or basketball shorts I ever had. That has never been a thing for me. All right, what's going on? That has never been a thing for me. I've always wore like shorts that you have to wear a belt or jeans or pants. So for some reason, full-size firearms has always been a thing for me. And I always think about this. In a self-defense situation, if I had to defend myself, especially out in public, I want something I feel comfortable with, that I can put rounds on target and eliminate the threat and not worry about having to hit somebody innocent. Because there's a possibility that something like that can happen. And then I just like to take what I'm more comfortable with. Now, I do have, for me, the PK380 was the perfect concealed carry gun because it's the light. It's a 380. But when I took it to the range, I was able to keep putting it right there on target. I was able to keep putting it on target. And you guys and girls have seen my PK380. I gotta put another battery in it, but it does have the red light laser on the front, and that even helps. A 380 doesn't have a lot of muzzle flip, but I was able to do well enough at the range with that it made me feel comfortable. I still carry it to this day. I bought a couple of small firearms for something in particular. Like, if I'm gonna go to a movie theater, or let's just say I'm gonna walk around the house and cut the grass and what have you. Usually I can grab a subcompact because I'm just right here at the house. But once I go out in public, I usually take full size with me. Yeah, you're right about that, Lee. To me, this is what this is my opinion about firearms, especially if it's gonna be something you're gonna carry. So usually, hold on, let me see if I can grab a target. Y'all hold on just one thing. See if I can find a target real quick. I got one right here. Appreciate y'all being patient with me. You know, we do it raw and uncut here on Alerts on TV. So these are the targets that usually okay, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna, what's going on, Ronnie? I'm gonna talk about that burst in just a minute. So this is, shout out to the general store. They're not around no more. This is my old gun place, but this is the targets that I usually take will be to the range. I still got several left. If 25 yards or closer, I say if you can't consistently be 7, 8, 9, or 10, you shouldn't be carrying that gun if it's your everyday carry. Let me put it a little bit closer so you guys can see. Of course, 10 is the bullseye. If you can't get a 7, I say you shouldn't be carrying that particular firearm everywhere you go. Maybe you need to get something that you can control a little bit better. That's my personal opinion. You know, like I said, when I shoot on this channel, I always think about accuracy is in the eye of the shooter. And some people can shoot better with certain guns than other people. But I do know, like you said, Lee, people with smaller frame guns a lot of times don't usually get close to what they should. Yeah. So This is why I always encourage people. I forget, I think it was Pause and Play who reminded me last night about renting guns at the range. Something like that. Take you some money, rent several different guns. Or if you trying to figure out what's good for you to carry, I can tell you just about every gun range I've ever been to throughout my life. Most people will let you shoot their guns. If you just go up to them, introduce yourself, ask them what it is that you're shooting, talk to them about it. Most people will let you shoot their gun. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's why it may not be the gun, but it's the grip angle. That's why, especially in today's market, there's so many different things you can do and there's so much competition. When you shoot, the more you shoot, the more you learn your firearm, and you might learn there's something about it you don't like that you can change and what have you. So yeah. Oh, you know what? The reason, like I said, because of the way I usually dress, carrying a full-size firearm has never really been the thing for me. Because like I said, I don't wear jogging pants and athletic gear like that. You guys can see I'm rocking my Mitchell & Ness, Bo Jackson, Cooperstown collection jersey. But usually back in the days when I wore jerseys, I always had jeans or shorts on under there that I had to have a belt. So having a small gun has never really been a big thing for me. I just know as I got older, yeah, Bo knows baseball. As I got older, I just preferred a full-size firearm. And that seems to me to be the thing. You know, not only does it help you when you at the range. Yeah, it's just like I said, I'm asking everybody what's their preference as far as the gun that they carry the most. But the only thing I don't know, I don't have like a micro 9. Okay, 26 is a subcompact, but shoots like a compact. So I have the yeah. Oh yeah, definitely in the wintertime, definitely carry a full size. But I don't like those micro 9s and all that. I guess I mean, I've shot the Ruger, was it the LCP Max, the LCP 2 or whatever, and I thought it performed very well. But I would never pick that to be like my carry gun. It's just too small for me. Like I said, I carried the PK380 for a while, but I just decided to go ahead and go to a full-size firearm. Number one, for capacity. But number two, I just felt better, and I just wanted to have something bigger, you know. And I love my Echelon. I love that gun. So far, so good. It has been very dependable for me. I haven't had any hiccups. I haven't been to the range like I want to be, but I still haven't had an issue with it. So, with that being said, you know, like I said, everybody has their preference. Full size is mine. That's why I just asked, you know, what is your preference? And the reason I have different size firearms is some of them was impulse buys, and then sometime I thought about, well, I'm buying this for something in particular. I bought the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, the 2.0 compact in 45 ACP because I wanted me a compact 45. Even though I know that that's a monster having a compact 45. You know what? I haven't shot the PDP yet. I hear a lot about this PDP, and you know what? I'm going to eventually get my hands on one. I might do a comparison. With that. The PDP and the Echelon. What I do like about the PDP is It's in the same price range as Echelon. They might be separated by about 10 or $20. The Echelon is, I believe, the first Springfield I've ever bought, and a lot of people say it's the best gun Springfield ever put out. I will leave that up to the buying public to debate that. I haven't ran enough Springfields to say that it's their best gun ever put out. But yeah, I love it, man. I seen what all the hype was about, and I think they delivered. I think they delivered a very solid product. I like those like sandpaper aggressive type grips on there. They give you a +2 right out the box for both of the mags. You ain't even got to go buy that. But I mean, it's and like I said, I got small hands. It fits perfect, man, and I can just. Then it has the night sight on the front and just the U in the back, man. It puts rounds on target, man. It's so much fun to shoot. You can run through a couple hundred rounds in that thing real easy, you know. I can't call it lazy. Just out here chit chatting about what's everybody's preference, you know. Like I said, full size is my preference. I do have different guns for different reasons. I bought 2 snub nose revolvers, and then I broke my damn arm, and they more like Safe Kings now. Once in a while I might bring one out to carry, cause I just feel like carrying that for the day to go to the store or go run a couple quick errands. I bought them because I was going to carry them. You know what? I hear a lot about them CZs. What's going on, eyes and ears? We got eyes and ears tactical in here. That CZ P10 and P10 and P07, I hear a lot about them. The only CZ I've ever let me rephrase that. I was finna say the only CZ that I've ever fired was the Scorpion that I have, but I got a chance to shoot. I think somebody had a Shadow at Arm 5, and yeah, that was the deal. Glock 43 for over 5 years. Yeah, I hear a lot about the 43, you know. I haven't decided to buy. Okay. You carry micro and compact? Yeah, okay, that's what's up. You know, like I said, for me, full size is my preference. Just because it's easier for me, especially since the damage that I have to my arm. It's a lot easier. Okay. You know what? Glock. The Glock 30. I don't know much about them. I don't know much about a Glock 30. Here's my thing with Glock. They all fucking look alike. Unless, to me, this is my personal opinion. If you're a Glocky, you know the difference in all these different guns, and I'm talking like as far as caliber wise. I think Glock has more 9mm than they have any other caliber. But all these different frames, I don't know what's the difference with Glock. I would have to be somebody that shoots Glock a lot, because I hear a lot about the 19, the 43X, and is it the Glock 45? Is that the one that's the 9mm that came out recently? So I don't know. You know, everybody have their preference when it comes to Glocks, as opposed to most other companies like CZ for carry. That P10, the P10 and the 07. Yeah, yeah, you're right. So the Glocks, you know, like I said, I would have to be into them to understand which one shoots better, which one I like better. Now, I will say this. Okay, the 19 and the 45 are the same gun. I will say, I shot a Glock 17. Pops don't play. That was at Arm 5 had one. I think he had some work done to it, but it was very flat shooting, and I like that because it was full size. All right, well dressed. You know what? Let me ask you a question. What do you think about those Hellcats? Are the Hellcats tactical skill now? Are those Hellcats pretty good? Cause so there's a place here in town that I buy my ammo from, and once in a while I catch a gun that I might like. I might buy it from them. One of the sales guys was showing me that he carried the Hellcat Pro, I think, one of those Hellcats, and he had the optic on it. What do you think about the Hellcat? Is it really good? Is it a really good firearm? Cause sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I let the internet persuade me in a sense, like I hear about a particular firearm too much and I don't want to buy it, you know, and I be kind of like, I don't know, and it turns out to be a good product, like PSA. When I first heard of Palmetto State Armory, I was like, I would never buy that fucking shit. I don't know what they got started for. I wouldn't buy that fucking shit. Yeah, I don't know. So you guys and girls, I had to hybrid my AK so I could use it again. Okay, got to throw a comp on the Hellcat to keep it flat. Okay. But I had to hybrid my AK, and that made it where I can go ahead and start shooting it again. It does have Palmetto State parts on it. I still like it. It looks totally different. You guys go to the community tab and you see my AK before. And nevertheless, I just saw the Palmetto State Armory, was it X 5.7 or something? It looks like it's a little bit bigger than the Uzi. Oh man, I was surprised, man, at what it looked like, you know. I keep having somebody telling me to get the Rock, the PSA Rock. Is that the 5.7? Okay, compact is the perfect size realistically. Okay. The Rock and the Dagger is two PSA firearms I hear a lot about. I hear real well about them. If you missed last night's live stream, since I got quite a few people in here, I'll bring it up. We talked about SIG. And I don't want to beat up on SIG, but SIG just happened to come up because we just did gun talk on Midnight Madness last night. Okay, you had to put a thumbnail on it, but it's a lot better than that. That's good. Okay. See, I'm learning all this stuff from y'all. That's why sometimes I talk about things that guys and girls may not want to hear, but sometimes I want to have just open discussions like this because I learn a lot from y'all. Oh yeah, 5.7 ammo is expensive. Definitely expensive. So do we have any SIG people in here? I'm gonna bring this question up because it came up last night. What do you guys and girls in the comments think about this P320 situation? You know what? Yeah. That's kind of what I'm asking, because I'm just taking a poll in the sense of, you know, on the internet, sometimes when certain things come across your feed, you only own one SIG, and it's a P320. What do you think about it, tactical skill? Have you had any malfunctions with it, or is this just the hoax, or what? I'm of the mind frame, allegedly, something is going on with SIG that they just don't want to fess up to. I don't know. As I say, I'm still growing as far as getting outside of a box when it comes to the Second Amendment, and expanding. That's why I like to have these live streams with you guys and girls, so y'all can tap in with me and I can take in information from y'all, because y'all have helped me a long way on this journey. All right, we got Tactical Coffee. What's going on? Yeah, I'm of the mind frame, like I said last night, to 6 hour employees and people who run the place. Allegedly, if this is what's going on and you guys are having these discharges, first off, stop lying to the public. This is not a car. This is yeah. This is not a car. This is not a TV. This is not a video game console. This is something that can take somebody's life. And what's so sad is SIG has had a well-rounded reputation for decades. The only SIG I own is the P226 chambered in 357 SIG. By the way, we got over 800 wonderful pieces of video here. Okay, you say you have 4 SIGs? Yeah. So somebody actually did lose their life? Because here's the thing. This is my personal opinion. Once again, SIG, this is just an opinion. You guys don't have to send me a cease and desist or come at me. Okay. It just sits in the safe. SIG, I know we have gotten in America and in the world where people that have million and billion-dollar corporations have gotten more and more greedy, and they're always looking for a way to cut corners. You can't sacrifice quality. Let me tell you something about this SIG Sauer thing, and this goes for anybody that's in any kind of a business. I'm not a business guru. I ain't been to business school, but I am a consumer. That's what I want, the X5 Legion. That is the particular SIG I would love to have. The X5 Legion, optic ready. I'm kind of so about it now. I don't know, should I buy that? I know it's like $1,000 or more. I don't want to buy something that's gonna wind up shooting. But to SIG Sauer, let me say this. Authenticity and quality, at the end of the day, is what consumers are looking for. Nobody wants to knock off nothing. Nobody wants to clone nothing. SIG, you built a reputation on being reliable, being transparent, and putting out good weapons when the industry... We can go ahead and have this conversation again. We talked about 20, 25 years ago how the industry was trash. Okay? We talked about when the industry was trash. There was a few companies that just still stood out, and SIG was one of them. The military used y'all for decades. It's not worth. If you've done something wrong, if you guys have quality issues, publicly address them and say to our consumers, we're sorry. We are going through something. We promise we will get the problem fixed so that we can continue to give you guys and girls a great product. Stop lying to people and saying, allegedly, if this is going on, that it's the user's error. Because as I said last night, one thing about YouTube, GunTube, social media, you got a wide variety of audience for everything. When I'm hearing a guy who just buys him a gun to go to the range, a cop, a military person, and somebody that does this for a living, all of them don't know each other. They come from different walks of life. They don't have no benefit in lying on SIG. Oh, okay, somebody lost their life. They don't have a benefit in lying on SIG. Remember, this is how Remington wind up going out of business because of them fucking quality control issues, trying to cut corners. At the end of the day, look, I would pay $5 more for a better firearm than to pay $10 less for something that might wind up blowing my fucking head off. And everybody is like that. When it comes to authenticity, you want the real thing. If right now I decided that I was going to change my channel to literally mimic somebody else to the point where I'm using every word they say, you guys would stop tuning into me. First, you probably would pull my coat and say, hey, we come to you because we just want a different perspective. If I started doing like that, then you guys and girls will stop supporting me because I'm giving you an inferior product. Well, the same thing goes with SIG. Your authenticity and SIG's brand is built on reliability. Period, point blank. Everybody knows when we go in the store before the 365. Everybody knows when we go in the store to buy a SIG, we're going to spend a little bit of money. You have your customer base. I've never seen people in mass get out here and complain about the price of a SIG because you know you're going to spend money. That's not the problem. You guys have a premium buying audience. People are willing to spend $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 and not bat an eye to buy a SIG. Most people back in the days and even now knows around $1,000 is about what you're gonna spend on a good SIG. Besides the 365, I know the 365 was made to make it more affordable for just the average everyday person, but everybody knew, hey, I'm going to get a SIG, I'm gonna spend $1,000, and your customer base was okay with that. You guys are ruining a real good customer base, and I'm gonna tell you, once they leave, they probably not gonna come back. A lot of jobs gonna be lost when they had to start shutting these plants down and everything. Yeah, when it comes to these firearms, all of us, I would spend an extra $100 or $200 to carry a gun that's not gonna go off, than to try and cut corners and skim and save something and go buy something I know at any given time I can be sitting down watching TV and the damn thing can go off and shoot me or shoot somebody else. And at the least, you got a discharge all the way up to somebody losing their life. Are you having a permanent disfiguration? It's just not worth it, man. To the SIG people, get it together. Get it together, because let me tell you something. One thing that can destroy your business as a business owner is word of mouth. Once the word of mouth go around that you ain't no good, man, you can forget it. You can forget it. I'm seeing a lot of sources. A lot of y'all have YouTube channels. Y'all don't know. Yeah. Y'all don't know how much I learned from y'all. I try my best to try and get to everybody's channel as much as I can. Sometimes I'm driving down the road and I can't put in that I visit your channel, but I come through. I make sure I give y'all a like. I learned so much from y'all. What's going on, Sidewalk Talk 100? When I started seeing different channels that I really trust say, hey man, this thing for SIG, I don't think SIG gonna come back. I started seeing too many different people. Yeah, you know what? I don't even want to talk about that. Having to deal with if that damn thing went off and it unalived one of your children, man. That's something probably mentally you'll never come away from. You'll never come back from. But yeah, but like I said, you know, yeah, I'm so on SIG now. Like I said, the X5 Legion was the next gun that I wanted to get from SIG, but I'm gonna be honest. As somebody who loves firearms, but as a responsible consumer, if SIG Sauer is having these kind of issues, I refuse to give them my money so they can go out and potentially take somebody else off the planet with this corner cutting. I'd rather keep my money. I'm not going to support a company that'll do something like that, because these firearms is serious. Once we lose our lives, that's it. We don't get another one. And I'm not going to support no company that's going to put something on somebody that can wind up unaliving them. I'm not going to do it. It's just that simple. You know, I don't want to trash the company, because I've never had an issue with my 226. I've never had an issue. I'm just saying it as a gun lover and a responsible citizen. If it's an issue, fix it. Yeah, I'll tell you this. For those of you who never shot a Canic, when I moved up here to Iowa, is when I heard about Canic. You know, Canic. I heard about it so much, I was like, one day, I happened to walk in the store. And I said, you know what, I'm going to buy me a Canic today. And he had one. $400, the SA. I got the one with the decocker on the top. That was the first Canic I bought. I took it to the range. Wow. I said, no way in the world this gun is no $400. Man, that thing, it's full size, of course. It just shot, man. That's all that gun does is shoot. It just goes, man. And then I wind up getting the SFX, the first SFX, the TP9 series. The TP9 series, man, look at here. I was like, oh yeah, I love me some Canic. And I have the Elite Combat, the Executive. I think the SFX is way better than the Executive, but I bought the Executive for the aesthetics, because it's salient arms and it looks good. That's the reason I bought that, to be honest. But the Canic SFX, I don't know like about the Mente series and going forward, because Canic got so popular that it came out with so many. But if you can get the TP9 SFX, I didn't buy it the first time I saw it, because I ain't gonna lie, I was wondering, was my salesman at the time from the place I used to buy from, shout out to the general store, they not around anymore, but I thought he was blowing smoke up my ass about that gun. Because I saw the price, and he was telling me about how many competitions the TP9 SFX had won, and I was like, no way in the world this gun ain't $500. No way in the world this gun done won no fucking USPA and all that. Came home and decided I was gonna research this gun. Yeah, I still carry the Echelon. The Echelon is still my EDC. I don't think I'm gonna switch that no time soon. Yeah, that TTI, I definitely want one of those. But for those of you, my brother Eyes and Ears Tactical, when I get a chance to link up with you, I'm going to bring a Canic with me, so you can go ahead on and shoot one. Man, let me tell you something. If you've never shot a Canic, man, there's no way in the world a gun should be able to shoot that smooth for that cheap. You know what I'm saying? No way. Like I was telling everybody last night, you go back 20, 25 years ago to those of us who's been around firearms, and you come up till now, this is like this is a good time to be into firearms right now. Oh, okay, you own 2 Canics? Yeah. This is a good time to be in firearms. You know what? Okay, all right, Eyes. Well dressed. I'm gonna say this. Hold on to that M17 and M18. Just put them in the back of the safe. Just put them in the back of the safe right now, and watch to see what's gonna go on with this whole SIG thing. Just because the military getting away from them. So I say don't get rid of them. Hold on to them, but just wait to see what's gonna happen with all this. But yeah, like I said, I know SAR was saying at the ARM 5 that they were targeting Canic as far as they want to have the same Canic reliability and give you everything in the box like Canic for around the same price. Now, I finally got to shoot a SAR. I shot the SAR 9 SOCOM. It was a very smooth shot. It was, I think, iron sighted, but it was a very smooth shot. I enjoyed shooting it. Just so many guns, it's just so shootable now. In this day and age, there's just so many firearms to choose from. We talked about Taurus last night. SIG was able to hold on to their reputation. I think the G2 is what saved Taurus, because before that, Taurus had a reputation for letting out horrible weapons. They semi-automatics anyway. I've never heard nothing bad about their revolvers, but their semi-automatics, Taurus didn't have the best reputation. And I hear they got a 10 millimeter now, the TH10, I think they call it. Yeah, well dressed. You're right, eyes and ears. Keep them. Don't get rid of them. Just put them in the back of the safe. You never know. Shit, they might become a collector's item. Cause they might become antique. But yeah. The G2 series is what saved Taurus. And when I got my hands on one of them, I got my ass chewed because I waited years to buy one. Finally, I decided to go ahead and get one. And I just kept saying to myself, there's no way Taurus made a $200 pistol that's reliable. I said there's no way Taurus made a reliable $200 pistol. And I can tell you, I almost got to the point where every time I went out the door, I had the damn G2 on me. I had to stop carrying it. I wind up going, you guys seen the video, I wind up going buy a damn Pro Mag for it. And doing a damn 32 round mag dump. That's just how surprising that Taurus G2 is to me. I did not think Taurus could pull that off. Making something that cheap, I don't like the finish on it, but making something that cheap, that's that reliable. I said, nah, Taurus can't do that. Not Taurus. You know what I mean? And they proved me wrong. They made me out of a liar. So, definitely, like I said, But yeah, that sidewalk, I love that echelon, man. That's gonna be my EDC going forward for a while. I seen somebody bring up the reflex, the FN reflex. I'm trying to see. I think at a meetup, the regular meetup, I think I shot the FNX 45 tactical. I don't know a lot about FN firearms. I don't own any. The 509 tactical, the 510, and the 545 tactical are the three FNs I was looking at. Maybe down the line I can get a hold of one of them. Yeah. Okay, tactical skill unit. What do you think about that Prodigy? Oh, you know what? I got a chance to shoot a Prodigy at a regular meetup 5. What do you think about that Prodigy? Because everybody told me that the Prodigy is entry level for the 2011s. Yeah. That Prodigy, I think I shot like the carry version or whatever. It wasn't the full size. It was the next one. Prodigy is fire. Okay. For me, when it comes to 2011s, I shot the full size. Now, one gun that really, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to put it down. It could have been the only 2011 I would have shot all day and I would have been okay with it. When I shot that Stealth Arms Platypus, wow. To say I had never shot a 9mm on a 1911 platform, man, that Stealth Arms Platypus, man, it was just like butter, man. It was just ping, 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 ping. I hear they on backwater. I got to shoot the Chirac while I was out there. The Atlas, the Infinity. I mean, I got to shoot the Rolls Royce Phantom, Ghost, and Cullinans out there. That's the kind of guns I got a chance to shoot. Yeah, I'm thinking about the Prodigy. Yeah. You know what? There's a guy that's into fire, that owns a firearm shop, that told me what he did is he bought a Prodigy, he took it loose, he polished the internals, or he did some polishing to it. He said it, man, it runs like a $2,500 2011, man. He said you just got to do some polishing to it. So I told him if I bought one, I would bring him down there, or I'd buy it from his store maybe, and have him do the work for me. That way I can have one that's up to par. But I definitely before the end of the year would love to have me at least one 2011 in my collection. Um, Also, going forward, I want you guys and girls to know I'm gonna start doing more videos out where I'm actually shooting. I don't just want to be pinned down in the headquarters. It's just this has been what has been convenient, and I've been able to do. I'm working on getting some more cameras and stuff so I can give y'all better angles. I've been asked to do some hunting videos and stuff, so it's gonna be all 2A related. But I definitely want to do some comparisons. This year kind of has some challenges. I wanted to do quarterly, but at least by the end of this year, my plan by, I say before Christmas, I want to give at least one firearm away. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to do at least one firearm giveaway this year. I'm just not sure what I would like to give away. But without you guys and girls, there ain't no Alert Zone TV. And I know you guys and girls don't ask for this, but I think this the least I can do for y'all engaging with me. We working on some products and stuff. So you guys gonna see a lot of changes to the channels going forward. You see the old look that I have. This is the look that I prefer because it reminds me of the old VCR days. And because I'm at unk status, I want the young people to think about they talking to somebody older. So I like the look. I could do this in HD, but I like it like this. But I'm definitely gonna get some mobile cameras and stuff like that. I'm gonna do a lot of these comparisons. Somebody gave me the idea about renting a lot of these firearms. I didn't even think about it. I was just thinking about, yeah, well, it costs money to buy all this shit, but yeah, I forgot all about that. Range USA, you can rent a lot of this stuff. And maybe I can do some comparisons to some of the guns that I actually own in those genres, you know what I mean? Especially because I haven't bought any firearms that I've put work into and like every gun I own is stock. So I think I can still do comparison videos with stock firearms and things like that and give you I mean, I might not be like the honest outlaw, you know. I can't sit down and tell you what kind of system is on and all that. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you I can do all that. But I can give you just a regular everyday shooter's perspective on what I think is smoother, what I think feels better, what I like, what I dislike, and things like that. You know what I mean? So definitely want to be doing some more of that. But like I said, I really appreciate everybody that was able to drop in and drop some knowledge on me. You guys and girls don't understand how much that this has helped me, and it continues to help me on my journey because I learned a lot from y'all. You guys and girls know if you've been around the channel since the beginning, at first I wouldn't even do live streams. And I'm getting to the point now where if I'm not going to use a firearm, I already want to just start live streaming everything. It just, we get a chance to cover so much. I get to get the message out and I get to be active with y'all, and that is very important to me. But like I said, you know, I just was asking micro, compact, subcompact, carry, full size. What is your preference? For me, it is full size. Like I said, for the way I dress especially, it's not really much of a worrisome with me. Now, there is times I go to certain places and I know I'm going to be sitting in something in particular. I might carry something compact. But for the most part, my EDC is a full size, and I just rather leave it at that. That's what works for me. With that being said, everybody, I'm going to let y'all get out of here. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the Alert Zone TV. Without you, there is no me. If you're catching us on the replay, make sure when you come in, you give the video a thumbs up. Give it a like. We got 11 people in here and 11 likes, so I appreciate that. Wherever you're going to be at, be cool on your stool. I appreciate everybody. And until next time, there is a possibility tonight There's just a possibility. I might do another Midnight Madness. We'll see. I'm not gonna make no promises. There's a possibility, but whether we able to do that or not, I do have another program lined up when I get a chance that I'm gonna live stream. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Without you, there is no me. And until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay on high alert, and we out.